What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome everybody to DMC Dolphins Media Zone. I'm your host, Miss Phins, and Mr. Big Z from the Phins Posse Podcast. Welcome.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, we're in the newsroom today, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, guys, thank you so much. I apologize. You can't, you can't have success without having some technical difficulties. So that means we're gonna be very successful, guys. So thank you for the support. Golf
Yeah,
claps.
yeah.
Yes. You gotta keep it keep it a little light. What up? What up? What
Absolutely.
up?
Yeah,
Talk to
yeah,
us,
yeah.
Big C. Talk to the people.
Another day at camp. We're gonna bust out the Dolphin news here. Me and Miss Finn's gonna go back and forth with our hot takes and how we feel about the Miami Dolphins. So it's gonna be a nice new show for the Dolphins community.
Absolutely, absolutely. We wanted to collab. We've been talking about it for weeks and finally we're able to go ahead and do it, guys. But if you haven't done so already, please do me a favor, hit that like button right now and go and subscribe to Finn's Posse Podcast. You can see it here. The link is up. The link is up. Go ahead and do it, people, because you got nothing else to do. Gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna like Big C said, we're gonna touch on these three topics. We're gonna talk about training camp today. We're also gonna talk about our expectations for the season. And we gotta give you the hot news, hot takes, just like he said. So yes. So let's get it started, man. Let's go ahead and training camp. Talk to the people about training camp, dude.
Well,
Talk to
the
us.
the big concern is the injuries in the defensive backfield that we've been suffering. I mean, we're already shorthanded there. Ashton Davis going down with an injury today. Uh, I heard he was very frustrated, pounded the ground when it happened. Returned to practice later wearing a walking boot with crutches. I had high hopes for Ashton Davis. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, but we just can't take these injuries. Cater Kohu going down. Um, BJ Adams dealing with a concussion. Storm Duck missed yesterday. He returned today. Just these injuries are hitting us in the worst possible places, and it's still so early in camp. So we got to stay healthy and probably add some more bodies to the defensive back room. And man, I don't know what else to say about it. That the injuries have been killing us for years.
Agree, guys. Hit that like button. I triple muted myself, of course. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to Fans Posse Podcast. The link is there. Can you drop it one more time? Because I was trying to go ahead and and put it in the and the thingy, so it's they pin it in the comments, but it remember I had to refresh, so it kind of all went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and put that on there for us. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, right now, like every other team, you already know me. I don't like to talk about injuries as far as like making it an excuse, but we do have to talk about it, but it's because it is a fact. Those are some of the major injuries that we've been dealing with, especially in positions that we already are thin at. Let's be honest. Our secondary is not the strongest right now. Now we've added a couple pieces, obviously, with Minka being in. We've got, some younger players like Storm Duck, who I really want to see out there, like Ethan Bonner, who I also want to see and get a lot of reps. But we're still extremely thin when it comes to our secondary, and we might be putting a
Mhm.
little too much expectation out of these younger guys. You know what I mean? And obviously, not having Kohu, he's played on the outside, gotten burnt. He he's also played where he's supposed to, which is a nickel. So it
Mhm.
just and not having him. that's gonna definitely hurt. But good thing that we did pick up Mike Hilton. That was a definitely a good pickup for us.
Yeah.
We got to see what's going on with Ify. Is he gonna be able to stay, within camp? I mean, I think he's gonna make the 53. So it's not like I'm thinking
Oh,
he's not.
absolutely,
53. He
absolutely.
absolutely is making a 53-man roster. But my thing is, how ready is he gonna be able for us to, come week one when we're gonna need him?
Mhm.
Is he gonna be available or not? So it's just some of the stuff that the Dolphins have been going to, especially in training camp. I can speak. I was there on Saturday. I saw some really good pass out of our backup QB. Ewers was looking really good.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I liked. Another thing that I saw while I was there, I really, really like seeing Waddle catching with his hands. That's one of the major things where I was like, man, this kid, how many games have we lost because of drop passes and whatever, you know what I mean? So definitely go ahead and do that. Please, 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 please go ahead and do that because right now we need it so badly. Hello? Hello? Am I there?
Yeah,
Did I
I
freeze?
hear you now. Yeah,
Okay.
you went silent for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, Christina. What's up, Sean in the building? I see y'all. What's up, Cap? Welcome, welcome. Rolling with Carlos in the building too. Let's
Other
go,
other
guys.
other positive news is that I hear Patrick Paul is looked awesome, phenomenal, stonewalling people like Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, great mechanics, great footwork. So listen, he's not going to be Teron Armstead this year, but he could be a top 15 left tackle in this league this year, and that's very promising. I think the my real concern with this offensive line is probably Austin Jackson at this point. I mean, he really hasn't, from all accounts, hasn't looked really good. I think Daniels will be fine. He had a press conference today. Really mellow guy, laid back, um, very studious. Likes to read and stuff like that. So I think that he's a very intelligent player. Jonah Savinea is gonna be all right. I think we're good at center. So Austin Jackson is the real question mark on this offensive line, in my opinion, and of course depth because one of these guys is bound to go down.
They're all bound to
But
go down. So
yeah, well, Patrick Paul at left tackle, that's a very promising in training camp so far too.
that's good. That's good. I'll tell you this, man. That guy looked like he was way taller. I'm not even lying to you. Way taller than 6'7", dude. He looked like he was 6'7", 3", 7'4". Like he was, like the Jolly Green Giant. That man is huge. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
huge. But when you see it in person, you're like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. He's a big boy. If
yeah.
he can go ahead and continue with his athleticism and actually work on his mechanics and really get that foundational transition from college to the pros,
Mhm.
then we might actually have a really, um, really good opportunity in what do you call it? In having a stud in the um left tackle position. What's up, Lewis in the building? Welcome, welcome. Look at this. Absolutely, guys. Appreciate you. We got rolling with Carlos. Appreciate the shout out, my friends. Thank you. Thank you. Lewis from the Blitz Picker. Go check him out. Hello, Miss Fans Big C. Congrats on the new show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. I just saw the Phins Posse. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please go. If you haven't done so already, it's very easy. YouTube.com/Fins Posse or at Fins Posse. Okay. Simple, easy. Go ahead and do it, guys. Go ahead and do it. Let's make it happen. And then I just want to take a quick second and say thank you guys. Everybody that's really loving the name. I'm so happy you guys like it. It was a collaboration from everybody from the channel for Miss Vince, but that specific one, after thinking about it even more, poof, It came to me. So I'm glad you guys like it. Thanks. I'm not taking 100% credit for it, just 88%, you know. Uh, cuz that's my favorite number. You guys know it. But okay, no, training camp I think is actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I'm liking what I'm seeing overall. I'm going to
Mhm.
try to go tomorrow morning as well. To go see them, in person too. Another person that I'm seeing consistency in is in Tua, but obviously today they play with pass, which is a good thing. We got to see what Tua comes out. The two main things with Tua, and we'll talk about this when we talk about our expectation segment, but you know, we need his continuity in health and in high play performance. If he can give us that, then I think that this team definitely has an opportunity to do some really good stuff this season. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. What's up, word of mouth? Gasicki Lover shaking my head. You know it, man. You know it, and I will always have him in my heart.
Also, if anybody needs tickets to training camp tomorrow, I have some available. Uh, you can just hit me up and I can scan them over to you. So
Absolutely.
if anybody needs tickets to training camp tomorrow, I have some available for you.
Check it out, guys. Check it out. You could let me know too. They finally released it, so I have, and I got the six that I wanted, but I'm only gonna need three. So I got three extra ones. If anybody wants for tomorrow, let me know. The ones I
Yeah,
need now are for like this weekend. Those are
I
the
have
main
six
ones.
also.
Yeah, my regular rolling with Carlos Charlos is Gator content. Hey, let's go Gator! Let's go Gators! But I'm a Canes fan first, buddy. Gators second, Seminoles third. I'm a Florida girl. What can I say? Moving on from training camp, people. Uh, I think we should leave the expectations for last. I want to talk about the saucy stuff, man. Did you see Spicy Wilkins? That Spicy Wilkins is going all over social media. You can't make this up, man.
Actually, Christian Wilkins is a different type of dude. I mean, you know it. You know from his time here in Miami. You know the bottom of the piles, sticking a thumb somewhere it don't belong, grabbing onto body parts he shouldn't be grabbing on. He's a different kind of guy. He's a different kind of cat. And I mean, obviously the Las Vegas Raiders knew what type of personality Christian Wilkins is, and I think they're using this latest episode as a way to try to get out of paying him his guaranteed
You
money
think so?
because they're not happy with the way he went about his rehab. He didn't have the second surgery that they wanted him to have, and they know that's not players don't have to necessarily go by, they don't have to use what doctor the team says. They don't have to do exactly, it's still their bodies, you know what I mean? They're still their own person. So they don't have to go about things just the exact way the team wants them to go about it. And I think the whole thing with a player going to HR because Christian Wilkins kissed him on the forehead, listen, this do I think Christian Wilkins kissed a guy on the forehead? Probably.
Probably.
That's probably who he is. He probably smacks guys' asses and pinches their butts. And I'm not questioning his sexuality at all. I think he's just that type of dude. You know what I mean? He's very friendly, hands on, and a good. You know what I mean?
Very
Like,
emotional. Like he expresses his emotions physically. Like that's how
yeah,
he is.
I think he just likes to have a good time, and that's his personality. And I think for another grown man to go the HR, I mean, that's kind of crazy to me. Like, did you address it in the moment? Are you scared of the response you were going to get?
Yeah, is this like an
You know
ongoing
what I
thing?
mean?
Like, did something else happen and you try not to, really say what's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I don't know if I'd consider a kiss on the forehead a
it's kind of
form
like
of
the thing that
sexual harassment.
McDaniel did it to Tua, and he's shorter
Yeah,
than Tua.
I
He
mean, we
literally
see.
had to like lean to it down so he can do it. Like,
Whoa,
you know
whoa,
what I mean?
whoa, whoa! Come on, you act like he caressed him. You had to lay him down.
Wait a
You freezing up
minute.
again?
I did. I froze, man. My bad.
There
What
we
I
go.
say that you were like, whoa, 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 whoa. Is it because I said he had to? It's lean, like lean. I didn't say bend him over or nothing like that. I said lean.
Bend
Okay.
him over. Hey, that's my quarterback you're talking about.
Exactly. You're making all these assumptions, dude. I did not say that. All I said was, make him lean a little bit so he can actually reach the top of the head. That's it. So
Are we calling this assault, Michael K? Is that assault to you?
you know what? You can't. I can't tell what people feel like is or isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean it's a touchy. I'm asking. Is you know what I mean? Like I just
pause.
think that's his person. I think that's his personality. You know what I mean? Like that's his personality. And
Yeah,
right or wrong, I mean, if you're not comfortable with the way Christian Wilkins acts, address it. Address it. Say something. You know what I mean? Like, and if he were to continue to do it, then obviously that's a problem. You know what I mean? But I don't
yeah,
think he meant. I don't think he meant to offend or hurt anybody. You know what I mean? But I wasn't there, so who knows?
yeah. You'll never really gonna know. Plus, you don't know the context too in the moment. Maybe the dude was already pissed because of whatever, and that just exacerbated his. He just got extra annoyed. He's like, "Nah, man, stop." But I mean, we don't know the situation. No, word of mouth. Yeah,
Like, okay, I don't
not
know if
what
there's
it
a.
meant.
Are we saying there's a victim in this case? Like, is this
I
a
mean, a player
victim?
that feels like he's a victim,
Wow.
but I guess he's a victim. I'm not. If that's how he feels, I can't tell somebody how to feel. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how they
Yeah.
feel. But I think they might have used this as an excuse, like you said, because I did hear that they probably overspent on him and only had him play for 5 games before he got injured and out the entire season. And they're probably thinking, you know what? We're not going anywhere. We don't need to be spending this amount of money on him. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So maybe this is what they're like, okay, we're just gonna take these all these complaints and add all of this and then boom, just use it as an
Yep.
excuse to save 35 mil. Like that's really it. Like if they were saving $5 million, I don't even think he would be released. Let's be honest. But you're talking about 35 million. It's 34 and a half. I'm rounding up, whatever. $35 million that they get to save by is because of the clause that they fired him under is the reason why they can keep that money based on his contract. So if they fire him just to release him, just whatever, they still owe him the money. There's no just cause. But because they're using that incident and then the foot incident as cause, that's why
Well, this is a very tricky
they ended
situation for
up
the
not
NFL.
wanting
For the
to
NFL,
pay the man,
this
which
is a very
is
tricky situation for the NFL as a whole because if let's say the Raiders get away without having to pay that guaranteed money to Christian Wilkins, other teams, other players are going to have to be very careful of the way they act. And maybe they don't act in the way that Christian Wilkins does, but teams will look for reasons and look to have stuff to kind of almost blackmail you with
pretty
if they
much
want to without so they can get out of contracts. That like if they're allowed to not pay him guaranteed money from a contract,
that's
hmm,
nuts.
you know what I
And
mean?
think about it this way too. Now you might even see even more players be like, "No, I'm not playing. I'm sitting out until I get what I want in my contract." You know what I mean? Because that's probably a clause that they didn't think that they would have to deal with. Whenever you're signing or whatever, your lawyer's looking at it, your agent's looking at it. I'm like, okay, this is standard stuff that they put. But now that it's actually being used, you might have, players think twice. Is like, no, I'm gonna have to get a lot more guaranteed money and some of these clauses not being there in order to be able to move forward with. There's
Well,
a
yeah, they're
foot
gonna
incident too.
they're
Yes,
gonna
there
definitely have to
is.
pay attention to the clauses because if teams can find a way to not pay you guaranteed money, then that eliminates guaranteed money, right? I mean, if
It's
teams are
no longer
gonna,
guaranteed. Yeah.
yeah, it's not guaranteed no more. Guaranteed is guaranteed. I absolutely 100% without a shadow of a doubt am receiving this portion of my contract.
Mhm.
And if teams can figure out a way to get out of that, which they will if they can because it's smart business,
Mhm.
they're going to do it.
Well, okay. So, Loud, what's up, Loud 127? So, let me explain the foot incident. It's his injury that he got from last year. That's when he went out after the fifth game. He got his um the way that he was rehabbing his foot, he wanted to do it with his people the way he wanted to without getting a billion different surgeries. And that's when the team was upset. Big C said it earlier too. Like he didn't end up getting, that extra um
The second surgery.
surgery that they wanted, and they're like, well, okay, so you're not following the directions of what the doctors are telling us you need so that you could be ready for us, and that means you're not meeting your job as far as you're essentially not aiding your position in coming back on time. So because of that, we're going to terminate you for not following the health protocols or whatever they want to, however they want to go ahead and state it. But I think this is crazy. Now he did file and I'm not talking about the foot in that's the foot incident that they were talking about. The spicy stuff is the whole harassment, of the forehead kiss. It was like right here, like in this general area. And this is coming from Schefter. Okay, so don't come at me. Schefter said it himself on NFL TV. He said it that he got it from what was happening in the locker room. That individual didn't feel comfortable, and he put a HR complaint, and then they used that on top of the foot to be able to use that particular clause that saved them the $35 million. Conduct detrimental to the team. Yep, yep, pretty much, because he's not helping out the team by not being available. So, and following, whatever it is that they want. He probably wanted to use his own doctors, his own process to be able to, you know, get it going, but maybe not necessarily the way they wanted to. And they're like, no, you're gonna have to do it our way or no money. And they went with no money. Now, mind you, he signed a contract. His contract was huge. He already got 2/3 of his contract. This is the last part of his contract that was guaranteed that he didn't receive. But he did file a complaint with the PA, the Players Association. So we'll see what ends up happening. And the other thing is he gonna, now that he's free and clear, he has no contract, meaning any team can sign him for league minimum if they wanted to. But is he gonna clear the health protocol? You know what I mean? Is he gonna clear it? That's where I'm like, I don't know if I want him now. What's up, the Deep Zones? We see you. Welcome, welcome. Salute to you too. Appreciate you. Hit the like button, guys. If you haven't done so already, go over to Phins Posse Podcast. Okay, go over there and go subscribe. Okay. When this started was 800. We want to see how many we can get him. So let's go ahead. Let's get her. Let's get her done, peeps. Let's get her done. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Christian Wilkins. What I like to have him back in Miami. I mean, if we get him for the minimum, if he's going to be healthy, I think he'd make a strong defensive front even stronger. I think him next to Kenneth Grant would be phenomenal. Uh, I always liked Christian Wilkins. He, but that craziness, man, that craziness, he gotta hold it. Sometimes you take it a step too far. You know what I mean? And I think he did that.
Yeah. That well, I guess Buddy thought so too. So that's where we're at right now. Now we've seen the video. I've seen the video already where he's been very handsy and hands on. You know what I mean? To nether regions of opposing players.
Josh Allen.
So yeah, he, he full cupped at that one. He just went in to make sure he was he was ready to go. Miss Finn, are you coming tomorrow to camp? That's the plan. That's the plan. We'll see. I want to. I got it set, but things may happen. But that is the plan. I'm looking at the weather too because it's kind of overcast today, and I'm like, are they gonna cancel practice tomorrow? Because I would hate to drive 30 plus minutes for them to say it's canceled. I will be very upset. So still keeping it, still checking it out. What's up, Ken in the Hat 69? Where are y'all out there today? We're all where are we are y'all out there? Oh, were. It's a different a different spelling that you need for that one. But we're no, not today. I wasn't there today. But there were several content creators that were there for sure. Um, But yeah, that was some of the spicy stuff, guys. Well, Christian Wilkins, I thought it was hilarious. We have to talk about it because this is DMZ, DMZ, DMC. Yeah, you see it, people. You see it. So come check it out every Tuesday, every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. We're gonna be here, guys. Miss Fins, BC from Fins Posse Podcast. Come check it out every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Okay? Like and subscribe today, ladies and gentlemen. Today. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, guys. I see you. We got over 50 of y'all in here. Let's go. Hit that like button. Talk about it Tuesday. Yup, yup. DMZ, Dolphins Media Zone. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, we're both in the media room, obviously. So we're in here. We're here to bring you the news. The other thing that I noticed too was the Minka situation where a lot of fans thought Minka was very unhappy of coming back to the Dolphins. Minka clarified that today and said, nope, I'm just a quiet person. Um, but yeah, I'm very happy to be back in Miami, and he's always been a very super extra chill guy. But he clarified it today in the media. He's like, "I'm happy to be here," but you almost
I
feel
think
like,
I think he kind of has mixed feelings. I don't think he's happy about leaving Pittsburgh. I I think he liked it in Pittsburgh. I don't think he's mad about being in Miami. His family's all down here. His brother's one of the top college players in all of college football. He just I'm pretty sure he just had a baby or he's got a baby on the way. So it's nice to be close to family. Um so yeah, I don't think he's mad about being in Miami. I just think he's disappointed about the way it ended in Pittsburgh. And of course he wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to be a 1 year thing. He says it wasn't about money, but it was about money.
let's not lie, people. It was about money. It's always gonna be about money. Like,
He didn't
let's
want
not
to feel it. He didn't talk to the fans or the press for the first week or so that he was here because he didn't want to be forced to lie. Are you happy to be here, Minka? Well, no, because I don't got a new contract. You know what I mean? So now that the contract's taken care of, yeah, I'm happy to be here. You know what I mean? Cool. I'm excited to be here. Sure.
Yeah, I'm happy I got a $2 million bump in pay. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't realize. So, ladies and gentlemen, Minka actually came in with his contract. He had 1 year left in his contract in Pittsburgh that was paying him out $15.5 million. That was his dead cap. What the Miami Dolphins did is that they ended up giving him a $2 million increase, making it 17.5 million and turning pretty much all of it into a sign-on bonus, giving him a fat check. Poop, make it into a 2-year deal. This year and next year, but no guarantees for next year. It is all paid up front. $16.245 million that he got written out as a check. So that way he's guaranteed today. Essentially it's a 1-year deal with the option for us to be able to give him and rework another deal for next year. But that depends, whatever the Dolphins end up wanting to do. Now remember, nobody signed past 2026.
That makes him a very attractive
Ooh.
trade piece also, you know what I mean? If let's say things don't go the way we want them to, the fact that he has no guaranteed money left yet can be an all pro safety, that's a nice trade piece to have if you wanted to move on from him also.
Sean, you're hilarious. Uh, yeah, he is a top All Pro and Pro Bowl safety. He's definitely. I mean, I think personally, he's worth at least two firsts. I think.
Uh
I think.
I
I
mean
didn't go ahead and say two firsts.
the safety position isn't valued around the NFL that highly anymore. So I don't know. I don't think we'd get two first for him, and he's going to be
No,
30.
I didn't say two firsts. I said 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 seconds. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I didn't say two firsts. I said 2 seconds. That would be like getting one first for him. It's either like a first or 2 seconds. I think that maybe a second and a third. I think that is definitely something that we can get for him for sure. He's
Hmm.
been very productive. I said two first. My bad.
I thought you did.
Okay, then I meant to say 2 seconds. I was thinking 2 seconds, and maybe I'm just so used to saying two firsts for like really really great guys. But I appreciate you for checking us out. Um,
Michael K don't agree with shit we say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, what can I say? He he's a Bills fan. What is he gonna say? Happy National Chicken Wing Day, I think is today. There you go. Yay! Something they can celebrate after they get destroyed by the Dolphins this season. I
Well,
can't
I'm
wait.
gonna meet up with Michael K when I'm up there before the
Yeah?
game. Yeah.
Oh, is he going to the event or no?
No, it's his birthday. I'm pretty sure, or his birthday week, and he's got other
It's my
plans.
birthday week too. Literally. So we play the Patriots on the 14th. My birthday's that Monday, the 15th. And it's also Dan Marino's birthday. Thank you very much. And then I I fly out the day after that. And I'm there for the rest of the week. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna enjoy my birthday, that's for sure. That's for sure. Okay,
Michael
he's a
K and
Virgo.
my
I like him.
son share a baby. What? Oh,
No,
B
a
day.
B day.
I thought
Bro,
I
what
thought
in
it
the
said baby. I said what?
I know it's DMZ, but jeez, bro, you're making
Sorry. I thought it
you
said baby. I swear to
you,
God.
you
I
dude,
was about like, I'd be like, you on some freak shit.
dude, that's rough. That's real rough. The word Miss Fins. We play Buffalo at home on my B day. Aw, word of mouth for real. Oh, that's like what week 9? No, it's not week 9. It's
I told Miss Finn she better
might be
hurry up
week
and
9.
get her hotel room booked before she
I
has to share a
already
hotel.
got it
She
reserved,
got
dude.
she got to share her hotel room with Methany, and
Yeah, yo, you didn't say that. Thank you, Raphael. Appreciate it. Yeah, nah. Messing can stay somewhere else. I already got two hotels. No, two or three hotels reserved. November 9th? Yeah. Well, I'll be there in that game. What's up, Joe Riz in the building? One of our awesome members. Welcome, Joe. Secret Agent Man. What's up? Oh, man. But yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll tell you this. I can't wait to go. It'll be my first time going to Buffalo, and it's the last season that they have their stadium, so being able to go and see it and whatever before the
You'll be
new
able to
one
see
they
the
actually
you'll be
use
able to
it.
see the new one. It's right across the street.
Literally across the street. Like, ooh. But this is the thing that I don't get. Why? It's not like retractable um s- uh ceilings don't exist.
Because it
Like
would have been, yeah. I mean, they probably should have did that, but I mean, they had to. It would have cost more to make
they're
sure this
already
one was
spending
going to
two
meet house
billion.
code than. Yeah, but
2 billion.
the redo the old stadium and when financially it
No,
wouldn't have been worth to redo the
no, no,
old
no, no,
stadium.
no. No, no, no. That we did that and we got the canopy. Now I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you're about to start a brand new stadium, why wouldn't you put a retractable? Because their whole thing is like we want to have the snow and make it cold for all these other things. Okay, cool, whatever, right? Shovel all the snow you want to shovel, but you also want to be smart. How many times do their games get moved to other stadiums? It's like it's ridiculous. Like, come on, like, it's ridiculous. It's insane to me. So they could have literally just made their new stadium with a retractable roof. And there you go. And then you can decide whether or not you want to go ahead and spend um have the roof on and the roof off. And then you know what they did? God, they're so copycat. They can't do nothing by themselves. They just have to copy everything they do. So the way did you see? Because I watched the video. Did you see how they set up their stadium? For the
And
way that it's actually located, it's situated. So you know how our people we set it up so that by the time we play, because we always play at one, the away team is hot, feeling hot, 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 really hot. So they did the same thing, but opposite. So when it's super cold, they get the sun so they can stay warm, and the opposite side, the away team will be super cold. I'm like, y'all are
yeah, I
trying
mean
too hard.
the sun in New York in wintertime doesn't really help you stay warm though. It's cold out. It'd be cold up here.
Hey, hey, hey! I've
You
been
be
to
in
New
the
York
sun
when it's
all
cold.
day if
Never snow, but cold.
you be in the sun all you want. It'd be cold.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. Yep, I am going, Sean. I'm going to Buffalo week 3 for my birthday. It's my birthday gift to me. So definitely very excited to. Well, I got a lot of birthday gifts I'm giving myself. Good dog. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be. I don't know who else is going. Well, I know you are going. Big
JD the
C, but
Great's going.
JD the Great's going. I know that. Those
Joe
are the
hit up TD and maybe someone canceled their tickets. They might have some that
Wait, Joe's still trying to go?
he said he was trying to go with the round table, but he said they were sold out. But
So
I know a
I
lot of
actually,
people had reserved ones but didn't pay yet.
yeah, I spoke to him already, to TD. So they do have, if you want to believe, they have two left, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and just DM TD, or Roundtable Sports, and let them know, and they'll give you the link, and you can go ahead and pay for it. So they definitely do have, I think, one or two left, if I'm not mistaken. So hey, go ahead and do it. I can't wait because I'm also going to the Steelers game. That'll be like the one. And I'm so excited because I might actually see snow. I've never seen snow before. So I'm
Oh
very
yeah.
excited. Yeah, yeah, very excited for that. You know, but
Buffalo is definitely the place to go to see snow. That is definitely
I'm not trying to
they
be up
do
there,
get so
man.
much damn snow.
I'm
You'd
not
be
trying to.
astounded how much of that shit falls from the sky.
Nah, nah, I'm good.
What the hell is going on?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. For the for the status points, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about our expectations for the Dolphins this season. We figured it's a first episode, you know what I mean? Let's talk about what we expect this team to actually do. Cause holy smokes, already with all the things, all the drama happening with this team, who knows what's gonna end up happening? when we actually end up, getting our 53-man roster. I think it's gonna be oh so hilarious because honestly, there might be some players that might actually surprise us as far as them making the team overall. I think it's gonna be very interesting overall. Now, as far as who we might think, might make it, hey, we gotta talk about it. What do you think? So you guys put in the comments. But before you do, guys, do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, it's pinned in the comment right there. Holy smokes, what did I do? Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. There it is. I meant to just hit copy, but obviously that didn't work. Do me a favor. Subscribe to Finn's Posse podcast, guys. Subscribe. 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 Thank you very much,
So,
guys. Thank you very
so you talk
much.
about expectations. I mean, there's the. It really comes down to the health of Tua Tagovailoa and whether you project him to get injured this year or you look at the season and our projections with him being healthy, because that's what the season rides on, right? This team is only going to go as far as Tua can take them. We've seen what this team looks like without Tua Tagovailoa. It is not nearly the same football team. Whether you love or hate Tua, Tua is the perfect quarterback for this system. And if Tua can remain healthy, the Miami Dolphins have a real shot, in my expectations, of being a playoff contender. Miss Phins having some
Yeah, I
difficulties
am.
here.
I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Can you hear me?
Loading, loading, loading.
Of course.
She had to step away from
Right
the desk for a moment.
here. My guy, keep going, keep talking. What is this dead air,
Well, I was trying to wait
bro?
to see if he was coming back, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my camera's not working, but you can see me. I'm still there.
I
I'm getting.
can't see you. You're gone.
It's fine. It's fine. I just had to step away from the desk. I'm getting some breaking news, kinda, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to verify some information. We're in a news station, guys. Welcome to DMZ Dolphins Media Zone.
Yeah,
So yeah, continue,
so
dude.
it it comes down to whether Tua can remain healthy. And I'm gonna listen. I'm going into the season, and I'm gonna, this is the fandom in me that I'm gonna go into the season, and I'm gonna hope that my quarterback stays healthy. So that's what I'm going by. And I think if Tua can remain healthy, I like our running backs. If we can improve upon the offensive line, which Patrick Paul is getting rave reviews from camp so far. Jonah Savinea is
Yeah,
looking
he's good. I
good.
like him.
James Daniels, I have no problem with him. Our center is good. If Austin Jackson can come back from the injury and be the player he was before, which isn't a great player, but he's a serviceable player, right? I think this offensive line can open up the running lane so Achan can have a big season. And if this team is able to run the football, it's going to open up the pass. Teams won't be able to play two deep safeties against us. They won't be able to jam our receivers and not worry about the deep ball because Tua doesn't have time to throw it. I think this offense has the capability of being a top 5 offense. If Darren Waller can do anything for us this year, or maybe they bring in Noah Fant, uh, I'm not worried about the offense at all. Defensively, I think our
You're
front
not worried about the
seven,
offense at all?
not at all, not at all. If Tua's
Oh,
behind center and the
oh
offensive
no.
line can be decent, I'm not worried at all. With a bad offensive line, we were scoring 25 points a game last year. I mean, 25 points a game should be enough to win you a lot of football games. And then defensively, that front seven, front eight, I think they can be dominant. Zach Sealer, Kenneth Grant, Bradley Chubb, Chop Robinson, Jalen Phillips, Jordan Brooks, Willie Gay. I really like Willie Gay. I think Willie Gay is going to unseat Dotson as the starting inside linebacker. He brings a different type of energy to this defense. Uh, he's a Super Bowl champion. I love what he brings. Jordan Brooks, I've said it numerous times. I think he's the best linebacker we've possibly had since Zach Thomas. Um, and that's saying a lot. That's a lot of years ago. As far as the defensive backs, I like our new additions in Jones. Hopefully Cater's okay. He's probably going to get pushed to the outside. So, I mean, you're going to probably have either Cater, Jones, Storm Duck. Two of those three are going to be your starting border guys. I think Mike Hilton starts at the nickel. I like Mike Hilton a lot. I think he is a dog. Very good against the run. He's decent against the pass. He's not great, but he's not horrible. Safeties, we've taken some injuries. Melifonu's not healthy yet. He's on the active pup list. Hopefully he returns to camp soon. Ashton Davis went down today. That's not a good look. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's not going to be out too long. Dante Trader Jr., I like him. I think he's a student of the game. He's not physically dominant, but he's got the mind of the game. You know what I mean? And I like him a lot. I think he's got a bright future here in Miami. And then you got Minka. Minka is a all-pro safety that, is going to do wonders for this young secondary. So I think this team is absolutely a playoff competitor. I went through the Buffalo Bills schedule yesterday on my show, and Buffalo's favored in every single game this year. Every single game they're favored.
That means they're going 5-12.
But there is legit 7 games on their schedule that I wouldn't be surprised if they lost.
That's one of them.
Any one of those games, you know what I mean? And I think the Buffalo Bills are losing 7 games? No. Do I think they're losing 5 games? Probably not. They're probably going to
You
go.
don't think they're going to lose 5 games? They're definitely going to lose 5 games. They're definitely losing 5 games. I mean, that's just me. But we could talk
Well, they
about
play
the Bills.
they play 17 games now, so 13.
Yeah, 17 games.
I
Yeah, it's
I
12 and
mean,
5. It's a
I could
12-5 record.
yeah, I mean, I could see them losing 4 or 5 games, but there's 7 games they could lose on the schedule, and then there's a couple others that maybe they just get upset. You know what I mean? If Josh Allen suffers any type of injury, which I don't hope that upon him, the Buffalo Bills will be in deep trouble. But I think if Buffalo drops any games that they were supposed to win, Miami could be right there breathing down their necks. And Miami could have a chance at a home field playoff game and a division title. So that's where I think these Miami Dolphins are. Do I think they're a Super Bowl competitor? Anything can happen. I don't think if they line up against Baltimore, they can beat Baltimore. But you never know. You never know. If they make the playoffs and they get a home field game, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause you. I let you go for a little bit, but we need to go back and circle back to one thing that you said, that I unfortunately couldn't rebut because obviously I had some technical issues. I just want to make sure real quick. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We're live. We're good. We're good. You can
Yep.
hear me. Okay. The fact that you said you're not worried about this offense, stop, stop, dude. How can you not be worried about this offense? How can you not be worried about this offense? You have an unproven line. With a rookie, you hope it's going to be good. A guy you already admitted that maybe he's more mid than not in Jackson. Patrick Paul, who's still trying to get his legs underneath him. He needs at least 2 more years to really fully develop. Let's be honest. We don't know what James Daniels is going to do in that O line. He's coming back of a major injury. We're hoping he'll be the James Daniels of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But we don't know what he's gonna be. And from what I'm hearing in camp, there's been some center QB exchange issues. So we're not about
Because
to
our
pretend
center
like, oh,
hasn't
this
been
is
there. Our center hasn't been there. He's been out.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. You still have to have your backups to be able to do their job. What if the center goes out? It's still next man up, and that's just the O line. And the thing is, people think, oh, the O line is there for Tua, blah, blah. No, the O line is not there for Tua. The O line is there for the run game. Because if we can have that run game established, then that will allow our passing game to be more effective. That's why we were the number one offense in 2023.
Absolutely, and everything you said there is correct. But my rebuttal against that is we've already seen this team with the worst offensive line in football last year.
Do
So
nothing. Do nothing.
even if this offensive line, we scored 25 points a game with Tua
But
under
how,
center
but how can you say you're not worried about the offense
because
if you
we
know we
scored
can't do
25 points a
anything?
game. We scored 25 points a
We did
game
not average 25 points per game.
with Tua under center. Yes, we did.
Jesus, man, I can't take it with people with two honest the you know what?
If Tua played, we
Oh
scored 25
God.
points a game.
Nah, man, stop with this whole with Tua.
What do you mean?
The problem is if we don't have a run game, we don't exist. This offense does not go. We
Is 25
cannot.
points not going?
25 points is not good enough. If you're not scoring 30, you're not
25
winning a
points is
game.
not going. 30 points a game is not good enough. 30 points a game,
No,
you got to
I
score
said
30. You got to be the number one offense or you're not winning games.
no. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is clearly 25. Okay, we scored 25 points. I'll give you that because I'm not going to look it up right now with Tua, right? The 7 games he played, the 6 games he
20,
played
he played more than
last
six. He
year.
missed that. He missed
I'm trying to,
six.
I'm trying to, I'm trying to emphasize the fact that he wasn't there for most of the year. So what's
I
the
mean, he
point of
missed
us
six. So, I mean, he was there for
25
more than
points?
half.
What's the point of having more? Oh, 25 point when the man wasn't there. He
If
wasn't
Tua's
there.
not, what were we talking about? If Tua's not there, this team has no hope.
Eh, That is because this offense is solely made for Tua. If we had a competent
All right, so
coach
then,
that can actually adjust his offense to the skill set of his other QBs,
we're talking
we'd have
about
success.
so then we're talking about a whole different
No, no, no,
problem.
no,
We're
no, no,
talking
no.
about Chris
I
Greer. We're
started.
talking about a new head
No,
coach.
no,
We're
no, no,
talking
no, no,
about
no, 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 no. I
I'm
started
not.
with the O line. And I said the O line specifically because I know people always complain about the O line, how it's not good, and da da da. Okay, we just brought up all the issues and things that we have to take a look at. Let's see if they can overcome that to be a successful O line. But the successful O line is not so that Tua can pass all these passing touchdowns. It's so that
I know
he can
this. I
go
know
between the
this.
tackle and we can have actual run success. Without that, forget this offense is so figured out that it took. Oh, let me change the offense. Oh, Tyreek, you're no longer the first option. You're gonna be the third option because my new first option is gonna be Johnu. Like what the? That is not a change. That is not a wrinkle. That was a literal like. Well, I'm just gonna take this number one, put it to this dude. Take this number two, put it to this dude. Take the number three, put it to this. Like, come on! It's such a Mickey Mouse offense. All he did was just like, now Johnu's gonna be the number one option. Why? Because we had no run game. You can't.
And I started by saying that if that's what opens up the pass is being able to run the football,
Yeah.
obviously. But even with the worst offensive line, we still average 25 points a game with 200 center. 24 point something.
You don't
And
make me look bad.
I absolutely before I even went, I made the statement that because I am a fan of the Miami Dolphins, I got to go into the season hoping and assuming my quarterback's going to be healthy. Because if Tua's not healthy, this team doesn't have a prayer. This team doesn't have a prayer. Zach
Because
Wilson's not
it's
going to
made
come in and
that way
save
on
the day.
purpose.
Okay, and that I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. But as a fan, I gotta hope that my quarterback stays healthy, or I don't. I don't have no hope. And that's how this team is built. Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. But that's how I gotta go into the season.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
I don't
mean?
mind having hope, but my thing is, I have no worries on the offense. To me, it's like, nah, dude, there's no way you can have no issues with this offense. You
I,
literally straight up said, I'm good with the offense. I feel great with this offense.
because I think 24 points, 25 points a game should win you a games.
When we're playing trash teams like the Panthers, maybe not. I can't even say the Jaguars because how many times have they beat us? Like the Panthers. That's all I can think of right now. Sure, 24 points should be able to get you
How
a
many
win.
how many teams averaged over 24, 25 points a game last year?
Oh, you really gonna make me look this up? Uh,
Maybe 7, 8.
yeah, I feel confident in that number.
So
Seven,
24
eight.
points technically should win you most games.
Keyword should. When did we score 24 points?
When
The
Tua started.
tw- dude, when Tua started. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. It should win you. Okay. Um, because we're talking about expectations, right? Let me jump from the O line to the run game, right? If the O line does what we expect it to do, which is to be very successful and be very have much better run blocking, right? Let's say we do get that out of this O line, right? Got James Daniel who's good at that. Obviously Brewer's pretty good. We expect that out of Jonah. Austin Jackson's Austin Jackson. I mean, there's nothing else I can do. He is who he is. He is as decent of a player as he can be. You know what I mean? He developed to whatever his max is, and he's there. At least he's consistently at his max. So I'll give him that. His max is not all that, but yeah, at least he's up there. You know, he's consistently at his max. I'll give him that. But now, if you go to the run game, who do we have? We got Achan. We know this. He's obviously a number one option. Jalen Wright, who I know is good. I want to see what Madison is gonna do. I think he's gonna be interesting. He might surprise people. We gotta see what Ollie Gordon has. So, but one thing that I noticed with with the running backs that we have, do we have a bruiser back? I think that might be Ollie. Maybe Jalen Wright is not a bruiser back. He's not. HN can go in between between the tackles, but he's not. He's utilized more. Let me put it this way: he's utilized more on the outside runs. If we can get this O line to actually be able to do what we think it should and actually run block, then I think that that will transition into a much better passing game. And with that
Absolutely.
passing game,
100%.
you're gonna have then to be able to utilize if he's smart. Yes, utilize Tyreek. Tyreek should be the number one, two, and three option if we're being honest. He's Tyreek. You paid him the most amount of money. He literally is paid the most amount of money in this team. He better be getting that dang ball and better be making something out of it. But I think I heard Nick is injured, right? Westbrook did he come out with an injury or something like that? I forgot. Maybe he's good now, but I think I heard something about him getting a little dinged up.
I heard he was invisible in camp so far.
I heard he was a little dinged up. That's probably why he was a little invisible.
Yeah,
But
if we can run the ball consistently, that definitely opens up the passing game. I definitely said that the running game is the key. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, worst case scenario, this team can put up enough points to win. They can put up enough points to win with a bad offensive line. Is it ideal? Do I
no,
want that? No,
no,
but
no.
I think Jonah's going to be better than Robert Jones or Liam Eichenberg. And do I know that for sure? No. That is the fan in me that is hoping he is. You know what I mean? That's the fan in me hoping he is. I am a fan of the Miami Dolphins. I'm
That
not a
is true.
newscaster. I'm not a newscaster for ESPN that's got to
What do
be
you mean?
unbiased. You know what I
You're
mean?
a newscaster for DMZ, okay? Dolphins Media Zone. Thank you very much.
You know what I mean? My fandom is gonna poke through sometimes. So am I gonna be optimistic about my football team? I gotta be. You know, I can't. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here miserable, pulling my hair out after 30 plus years of being a fan with no Super Bowl appearances, no playoff wins in 25 years. I'd be driving myself crazy.
No, 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 not demilitarized zone, Joe. It is Dolphins Media Zone. Thank you very much. Dolphins Media Zone. DMC, like TMC, you know what I mean? TMC, you know? We're just DMC. There you go. Hopium is a hell of a drug.
I mean,
What's up, True Blazer?
but it's not a
Oh man.
it's not a blind hopium. Jonah should be better than Robert Jones or Liam Eichenberg. And from all accounts, what we're hearing so far,
I think
he's
he will
gonna
be.
be. James
I think he will
Daniels
be.
was better than Robert Jones and Liam Eichenberg before the injury. As long as he's healthy, he should be. So it's like a educated guess, a hypotenuse, you know what I mean? That this offensive line will be improved. But we've seen this team with a bad offensive line. Did they perform great? No, they didn't. But they were still able to put some points on the board, and which would still have been top 10 in the league if Tua was behind center.
Is this where we negotiate with King John Tua? No, I gotta. You're a member, so I gotta desist. You know what? It is a media, a media a show. So I guess yeah, we will be establishing communications and seeing, go from there. So there you go. He looked good today. He will further develop and be tested early. Cat in the Hat, who you referring to? Who looked good today? I know that a couple people look good, so I just want to make sure we're on the same page. We need the league. Word of mouth says we need the league to run in to have a chance to win a playoff game because wherever we play will be cold. Yeah, if we don't win the division, I don't. Oh, Jonah, yeah, yeah, he's pretty good. If we don't win the division, I don't think we're gonna win a playoff game. Everywhere we go, it's gonna be a cold place, no matter what. Every team in the AFC is going to be a cold place in December, January. So if we're not maybe well, except the Chargers, that's probably the only place. Yeah, but other than that, it's gonna be cold. So we gotta be able to go ahead and have um players that are gonna be able to be able to withstand that. And I think that if we don't win the division and have a home game, then yeah, I don't think we'll end up winning that playoff game. But look, it's just I thought it was wild that you said that you have no issues with the offense. That's what caught me off guard.
It's
I
not that I
have
don't have
plenty of
issues. I said
issues.
I'm not overly worried about it. Like I
How
said,
can but that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like
have issues, but I'm not overly worried.
then you must have zero expectations for this team. How are you not overly worried?
Why?
What do you mean?
I just explained myself that with the worst offensive line and barely any running game, the Miami Dolphins scored 24 points, 24 points on points per game when Tua was
With
starting.
bums. Yeah, versus 500 teams. I'll give you that. That is true.
That's
Teams that
I
you're
mean
supposed to win.
that's against all
You're
teams
supposed
that
to
Tua
win.
played against.
That you're supposed to win. That's a good thing. It's still it's still going to be very I'm not sold on this offense yet until I see what Tua does. But that's just me. Guys, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, guys. Oh man, we're having a lot of fun and clearly sorry, y'all. I'm loving the 80 plus people in here, guys. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button and Subscribe today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't done so already, the link is pinned in the chat. Go subscribe to Finn's Posse Podcast, guys. Finn's Posse Podcast. Excuse me. He started with 800 subs. Now he's at 803. So we got three of y'all to commit. Thank you so much for subscribing to Finn's Posse Podcast. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. That's what we want. That's why we're doing a collab to go ahead and share and give you guys other options as far as content creators. I think this is gonna be a great option too, guys. So much appreciated, much appreciated. We legitimately win every game. We once achieved it.
Well, Michael
Yeah.
K, 24.1 points per game is good enough for 10th in the league. That's top 10 offense. That's top
Well,
10
we
in
weren't.
scoring.
We were not top 10 offense. I know that
I
for a
didn't
fact.
I didn't say we were a top.
Okay.
That's top 10 scoring though. That's top 10 in scoring. 24 points, some points a game.
But we weren't doing. Yeah. League average was 22. That's where that we got. If we do score the 24, I give you. We should be able to win those games. I don't trust this offense to do 24 points. I trust special teams to get a couple of kicks in, but I've seen
I
too
mean,
many
that's part
times
of
where
the
this
that's part of the
offense.
offense. I mean, that's part of your scoring.
Yes, but when I say offense, I'm referring to not the kicker. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. But that's again, that's just me. So I am worried about the offense. Clearly, you are not. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Liz in the building? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate it. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. Now when it comes to the defense, this is where I say I'm not worried about the defense. I'm never worried about the defense, and I don't think that is a outlandish comment because I have numbers and facts to prove it. See, even with the best players, the worst players, the mid players, our Dolphins defense tends to be 500, right in the middle. You know, 14, 15, 16, 17, maybe 18, right? Right in the middle.
I mean, we had a top 10 defense last year.
Last year, we were top 10. And
Yeah.
people were like, oh, people swore to me. Listen to me. And I had arguments with people. They swore to me how our defense was trash. They can't get off the field. And yet they were averaging giving up 20 points per game. At times, yes, they gave up 22 points, 23 points, 24 points. The league average was 22 points. Our defense was giving up 22.3 points per game. They were literally giving up as much as the team was saying, meaning we need to be able to go ahead and put up more points in our offense. Why do I give more leniency to the defense and the offense? Because this is gonna be year 4 with the same offensive scheme, pretty much. You got the same head coach, same quarterback, and the same top 3 offensive guys. Waddle, Tyreek. You can even say A-Chan if you want. Your top 3 guys in offense, not including the QB, plus your head coach, are all been here for the last 3 to 4 years. Plus, most of the money that we've put towards the offense, towards each side of the ball, has all leaned towards the offense since we got McDaniel. We re-upped everybody for $500 million, and we're dealing with that stuff right now. So the fact that we don't get as much love towards the defense team, and to prove to you what I mean, mother, I love Waddle for this. Remember when we were doing Hard Knocks, right? It was the
Yep.
last week. I think this was the KC game. It was the last because we had um first round. We made it to the playoffs, so it wasn't last year, the year before. We made it to the playoffs where we had to literally, ladies and gentlemen, Week 18, the Miami Dolphins were literally pulling guys from couches the week of.
Yes.
Pulling dudes from couches because we had no edges. We
Hmm.
had nobody for that D line. We were so injured. We had nobody for a secondary. It was that defense was decimated. And somehow, some way, Vic Fangio still managed to keep the defending Super Bowl champs to 20 points. Our offense only scored 7 points. But Miss Phins, it was super cold. It was super cold for both teams. I don't want to hear it. But you know what I loved and where I gave even more respect was to Waddle when he said, "Yo, how are we struggling? The defense is the one all injured." Obviously, he said it with his own words and his own, vibe and swag and all that. But essentially, he's saying, "How are we struggling when we got all our guys and we only got half of our actual defense out there,
Well,
and they're
our offensive line was shot by that time too.
But I thought you said that we're okay with the O line, no matter if they're good or bad,
I mean, to beat the Super Bowl champions, though. I mean,
bro. They scored 20 points. Where's the
you're right.
24
That
points you're talking about? We were
nobody,
averaging
no,
30
listen,
points per game.
nobody beat Kansas City that year. So you know what I mean. And Tua's not Patrick Mahomes.
Well, nobody's saying that. We know this. The point is, we we had we had our defense completely decimated, and they still showed up. I can't say the same thing about that offense, and I haven't been able to say the same thing about that offense year in and year out. That is my problem. That's where I'm like shocked when you say I don't really got worries about the offense. That's when I feel even more emboldened by saying, heck yeah, I have no issues with our defense because I trust my defensive coordinators. They know how to get our guys going. They know how to motivate the guys, get them prepped, get them ready. I can't say the same thing about our offense. I can't.
Listen, the
How you
issues
go
on
from
the
the
team haven't just been offensive issues.
I'm not saying that the defense hasn't had issues, yo. But look at all people swear the offense has had more injuries than I'm like, you guys are not paying attention then. Our defense has always had more injuries than our offense. The difference is obviously, yeah, losing your quarterback is going to account for a lot more. You know what I mean? But let's not pretend like our defenses hasn't have to have the next man up. But we have an offense and a coach that isn't getting our next man guys ready. That
I
isn't
agree.
real. I don't know. I don't
We
know.
struggle
Like
with depth. We struggle with depth all over.
we
It's
got guys
terrible.
with talent, and somehow we give him 10 days, and this man don't know how to get his backup QB to be able to. He don't know how to adjust his playbook to adjust to what his backup quarterback does. Like
I agree. I agree.
so, for me, I'm always gonna have an issue with the offense. I don't trust the offense until they prove me wrong because even when we play these elite games, elite teams, and I have the schedule here from last year. Even when we play these elite teams, our defense is not like our defense is giving up 50 points. What they give up 24, 25 points, but our offense will only score 7 or 10 if we're lucky. It's
And
like,
this team hasn't been built properly against the beat elite teams. You gotta be good in the trenches to beat elite teams. You do, and we haven't been good in the trenches. We haven't.
but you keep telling me that we don't have to worry about
I'm saying our offense is going to put points on the board most games. Yes. Is there games that the Dolphins are going to score maybe 10 points? Yeah, there is games that that's going to happen. For the most part, though, the offense scores a decent amount of points, top 10 in the league, that we should be right there in most games. So, yeah, I'm worried about this cornerback room giving up huge plays. That's what I'm worried about. Like, I think the
I'm not.
offensive line is going to be improved. Okay,
I'm not worried about this. No, no,
you don't have to be.
because take a look at this. Even when we do give up these chunk yardage plays, who gives a damn about the damn yardage? Did they score or not? Did we stop them in the red zone from scoring a touchdown and force them to a field goal, or did we completely take them out of the red zone where they can't even kick a field goal? Like I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like you can have all the yardage you want as long as you don't get into the end zone. That's what matters. And people think, oh, it's all about the yardage and da da da. No, it's about scoring.
Yes, but
That's what's
this isn't the same years as prior. So these defensive backs, that's what worries me on this team.
dude. You've always been worried about this defense, and somehow, who ends up going towards, let's say, the average of what the teams do in the league? More often than not, the defense is giving up league average. More often than not, the offense is can't even get to league average points. That's the problem right there.
What
Because
year are they not getting the league average points? What year?
last year,
When Tua was out?
you can't give me this when Tua was out. It's still the
Yes,
Miami
I can
Dolphins. I'm
because I
saying it for the
again
entire team.
I keep telling
If
you
he's not available,
what I'm basing my projections on. And like I said, I'm a fan of the Miami Dolphins, so I'm not going to sit here and project my quarterback to miss 10 games, even though that's a possibility. It's a realistic possibility. I can't sit there and do that as a fan because I'd be miserable. I would be absolutely miserable. So I'm going to go into the season hoping that my quarterback stays healthy. And if my quarterback can stay healthy, that's what I'm going to project this season based upon. And when he does go down, if he does go down, then I will change my projection on this football team because that's how I got to deal with this as a fan of the Miami Dolphins. Otherwise, I would just be miserable.
being a member of the Miami Dolphins or a fan of the Miami Dolphins, all it means is you gotta have tough skin because your team will mess up, and
I
they
do have tough skin. I've been a
will.
fan here the whole time that I've not seen no
I mean,
Super Bowl wins, that no 25 years without a playoff
that's
win.
right.
I've never went
That's right.
nowhere. Never went nowhere. I'm still here, still praying and hoping every single year that we do something different. And I'm still waiting on it. So I got the thick skin. I'm here for it. But I that's how I deal with it as a fan. That's how I deal with it is I gotta hope and pray that things, even if they don't look no different, are gonna be different.
I gotta give it to you. As far as expectation, we can dive in next week even more with that. But as far as big expectations, nope, can't do that. Big C, the show must go on. Oh God, when we stop having, we have to stop using when Tua was out because when I tell you when he was in it, doesn't seem any better.
That's not true, Cap. When he wasn't playing last year, this offense looked like it struggled to get first downs. Struggled to get first downs.
Yeah, because
Like we're talking
when
11 points a game bad when
when
Tua
you
wasn't
when you
playing.
have when you have a when you have an incompetent coach that can get his backups to set it up so his backups could also have success. Oh, I can't help you. Tua has turned out is a turned up Rex Grossman. I love Rex Grossman. That's funny. Oh, guys. Well, listen, we're definitely way past because it's supposed to be, like 45-minute show starting at 6, but we were late because obviously some major tech issues, but we should be okay squared away next week, guys. But appreciate you coming through. We're gonna continue with our expectations, obviously. We're gonna give you more media info. We're gonna talk about all of this, but Big C, as far as your final thought, if you had to pick a position group so far from training camp that you like the most, from what you've seen, which one would it be?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Damn, bro, I laid that up for you. It looks so good, and then let me repeat. I said I probably was breaking up. We're gonna talk more about expectations and things like that next week, and obviously give you more, more training camp info, or more media info, as we are DMZ, Dolphins Media Zone. Um, but as far as training camp, which position group you like what you've seen so far from?
Uh, our linebacker group, Jordan Brooks, Willie Gay, Jordan Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Chop Robinson. I think all those guys are going to be phenomenal this year. Uh, I'm really liking how that group is turning out.
That D line, yeah, that D line, man. Oh, that I'd have to say the D line for sure because man, and if we can get a Phillips that actually, before he got injured, he was well on his way to have double digit sacks. I'm expecting double digit sacks out of Chop Robinson. I said this earlier in the offseason. I must keep it saying it again. But if we can get really great production out of Phillips, and I think the way that Weaver should use them, keep alternating guys, keep keeping the bodies going. You know what I mean, so that we're not over stressing anybody physically. And keep building different packages. Then yeah, I would say um, I'm really loving what I'm seeing from them. I think it's gonna be great. What's up, Cliff D? Welcome, welcome. DMZ, I got you for military advice, machine gun placement. You're too much. You're too much. But yeah, what's up, Shake Money? Thank you for coming through, man. You coming through. We're wrapping it up. As far as for, like I said, for my favorite position group so far, I agree it has to be the D line. I can't wait to see what they end up doing, man. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, do me a favor. It's already linked in the chat. I just put it again. Go ahead and subscribe over there to Phins Posse Podcast. Guys, we had over 80 people in here. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Appreciate all of you guys. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. I appreciate you. Do me a favor. Come over here to YouTube. Subscribe to Miss Fins. Go subscribe to Big C and Finn's Posse Podcast, and let's get it going, guys. We want to get more eyes. His goal is to get to 1,000 subs. You already know. I want to get to 2,000 subs because if Tyree can get 2,000 yards, I'm getting 2,000 subs. Okay, so let's go. That's what we want. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But I appreciate it, guys. Also, too, if you could do us a favor, obviously it's a new show. We want to get you guys' feedback. Put it in the comments after the show. What did you think of the show? What did you think of the layout, the layout? And yeah, give us send us some flowers because I didn't sleep. Send all this crap up. So appreciate y'all. But thank you so much, Big C. Send us off, man.
I appreciate y'all. Thanks for stopping in, watching DMZ. Uh, yeah, we're gonna have our own opinions, and you can get mad at me for mine, and I listen. I get it. I get it. This team is very frustrating, and it frustrates me too. But I love this damn team,
I'm
and
just
I'm
saying.
gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to support them, and I love talking football with y'all. And make sure you check us out next Tuesday.
Let's go. Appreciate y'all. See ya. Bye
Peace.
bye. Peace. Ba ba da It's DMC. Let's go.